with these questions. Draw a grid. Right? Every time. Don't think, draw a grid. Right here, domain, range. Right here, the two functions. X squared minus 3, root x. Yeah? So you've got the two functions they're talking about, you write domain and range. Fill out the table. What is the domain for this? What is the domain for... I'm going to start tackling people and calling individually, and there's a no opt-out option. You can't say, I don't know.
R. R.
R? Thank you. Real numbers. Okay. If real numbers go in here, what is the range of this function?
Y is greater than -3.
Okay. Y is
Equal 3.
greater than or equal to. Yeah? It's important. So y is greater than or equal to -3. Because you can get -3 as an answer if x is 0. Root x. What's the domain?
R plus.
R including 0.
R plus including 0. Okay. Yep. What's the range for a square root function?
R plus.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Same
R plus,
thing.
yeah.
R plus union 0. Yeah? Okay. So, fog, this is a slack way of writing it. Fog is f of g. So fog means the same thing as that. Right? Instead of going f of g of x, you just write fog. So the second letter is the one that's inside the bracket. And goff. They're little o's. So fog and goff. Fog means I'm sticking g into f. Goff means I'm sticking f into g. Yeah? And we're just going to simply go tick or cross next to it. Does it work or not? Fog. Does the range of this, this was f, this was g. Does the range of this fit into that domain?
Yeah.
Yeah? If you give me all positive numbers and 0, they belong to the real family. Tick. I can do it. Goff. Fg. Does the range of f, that's this, does that fit in there?
No.
No?
No.
What causes the problems?
-3.
The -3, -2, -1, yeah? So, cross. People are happy, because sometimes people struggle to see that thing about it. You can do it, you can draw a little number line, you can do it. But the whole, when it says subset, it means part of it or equal to. So it's got to fit in at least, it doesn't have to fit in fully, but it doesn't take up the whole thing, but it has to fit in. So that one doesn't exist. Forget the sum. This one does exist. So let's come up with the rule for fog. F of g of x will equal, I took my g function, which is this, yeah, and I put it in here. Let's write that for you. You've got x squared minus 3, but instead of it being x, I'm replacing it with root x. Okay? That function is gone in there. Root x, if I square it, is x minus 3. That's the new rule. And I have to write a domain next to it. It's important you write the domain next to it. What's the domain going to be?
R plus.
Now, who said R? Nenny, why did you say R? It's okay, don't worry. That's the whole point we're talking about. Why do we say R? Because we saw R here?
No.
Yeah? What do you think?
If it's square root of x squared, does that mean you have to do r plus equaling 0? Because when you simplify it, it's x minus 3.
It's x minus 3, but x minus 3 is the final product, yeah?
So
You're only looking at what went in the first place.
so it has to be r because it's square root. It's r plus because it's square root. Is that all you have to do?
R plus and
0.
0. So, simple way to remember it. What's the domain of G? This? Yeah? The guy that's inside, its domain becomes your new domain. Right? I'll write it up in a little sentence in a second. But think about it in terms of when we're putting numbers in. I could only put certain numbers into my first box. Yeah? They came out, and then I put it into the second box. If it works, the only numbers I was allowed to put in the first place were the guys in the first box. Now, I can't reinvent new numbers. If I was only allowed to put positive numbers into the first machine up here, I can't put anything else into the new machine. Yeah? You can only put in what you could start with in the first place. Yeah? So the domain of the inside, when I talk about inside functions, see that? That's the guy on the inside. That domain becomes the new domain. You don't look at what the function looks like. You don't try and guess and use common sense at the end, because you were restricted. The picture was changed when you first started. I'll write that up, a short sentence, yeah? And I'll give you one to try. There's your summary in words rather than mathematical symbols. To work out a function, the domain of the inside, range of the inside fits into the domain of outside. Yeah? This guy's range fitted into there. It works. This one's range didn't fit in there. Reject. Yeah? Range of inside fits into domain of outside. So the fancy one inside fits in. And then the answer, whatever the domain of the inside was, back from the original table, becomes your new domain. That's it.